Scott Zolak locally there mentioned how he wouldn't be surprised if Mac Jones got traded. Certainly with Derek Carr seemingly available as a free agent when that cut comes. There's no question the cut's coming. You got Jimmy G potentially. We all know that was the guy who he envisioned succeeding Brady way back in the day anyway. So is it possible that whatever Mac was doing behind the scenes or occasionally bristling about the quick game with very easy to read lips rankled Bill in a way that he's ready to move on potentially after just 2 years? What do you think?
That would be a cutting off your nose to spite your face move, even if that did exist. I think there's a little bit of Mac stabbing going on out here.
Mac stabbing. I like it. What a name. What a phrase. I love it.
Thanks, babe.
I love it.
Just in terms of, look, he did a good job all year long sucking it up with guys who don't coach offense and not getting pissed. And eventually he did get pissed. And now that those guys are being scurried out of their jobs, there's legitimate replacements being brought in. I think there might be a little bit of behind-the-scenes airing of grievances going on. If you're Bill Belichick and you walk up to Robert Kraft and say, let's trade Mac Jones, I'm Robert Kraft and saying, but didn't you in July at the beginning of training camp say that he was a very good player and then he made a dramatic improvement in the offseason? So, Bill, you're saying that not only did we cost ourselves a season with the offensive coordinator setup, but we ruined Mac so bad, we have to trade him now. I don't think Bill is walking down that road and making that knock on the door and saying that to Robert Kraft. It's idle time filling space, if you ask me. Now,
so then,
happened.
So then, before we button this up, then Tom Curran, then to what do we owe the whole play calling 2022? What's the word for it? You could call it debacle. I mean, you could absolutely do that.
Debacle, disaster.
Or decision from Belichick, because the subtext of it is that Bill's lost his touch. Like that is the subtext of it, fair or not. And the unfair portion of that could be proven in the fact that they had a win and in scenario in Week 18, a very tough spot. Buffalo, regardless of the year, it's a tough spot to win. And then this year in particular, with everything that was happening with Damar Hamlin and the team and wanting to win for Damar, and they take the ultimate first punch with giving up that touchdown on the opening kickoff and took the lead in that game, only to give up another kick return that lost the lead for good. But, I mean, this team on the defensive side of the ball balled out and damn near still made the playoffs anyway. So Bill is still great. The question is what the hell happened? What is the ultimate explanation for it?
He overestimated himself. He overestimated Matt. He overestimated perhaps Mac Jones. He underestimated how difficult it would be to not only put Matt Patricia in that position, but also to change the offense. They changed the offense. And then they had to go back to what they were doing because it didn't work. They scored 28 touchdowns through 16 games. They hadn't been that bad since 2000. Bill underestimated the teams that he was competing against, overestimated his own acumen and the acumen of Matt Patricia, and probably overestimated how satisfied his players would be with a "don't worry, I got it" attitude. They do want answers. They deserve the answers. Mac Jones had 14 touchdowns and 11 picks and was the butt of many jokes in 2022. And that's not what you're looking for in your second year in the league. And it's not what you're looking for with a guy on a rookie contract. So I think it was, people like to bandy about the word arrogance with Belichick. I don't love that, but I think he did overestimate himself and underestimated the curve that they were trying to conquer.
And then the last crystal ball question for you, Tom, is when the offensive coordinator is in fact named, and Belichick then appears for the next time at immediate availability, will he flat out own that the coordinator, that the person hired is in fact the offensive coordinator, or will that question have to come from you or anybody else, and it's a coin flip as to whether he actually acknowledges the title of the person hired? Tom, what do you got for me?
Reading the tea leaves, in my experience, they're going to put out a release when Bill O'Brien or whoever is hired, and it'll say it's the offensive coordinator. And when we ask Bill if there's an offensive coordinator, we just released a statement on it. I mean, what are you talking about? Of course. What are you talking about? Are you happy with Bill? Yeah, I mean, I know Bill for a long time. It's just moving forward. We'll see how it works out.
I'm just glad Robert Kraft has heard my pleas all season. Tom.
There you go. He heard the fans. This is definitely a message to the fans, right, Tom? I mean, that's basically what it is.
Yeah,
right.
Definitely.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.